And we say good morning to you. Welcome on this Monday. We are broadcasting live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Monday, March the 27th, final Monday of the month. Hard to believe. April rolls in here on Saturday. Unbelievable how fast this is going. So we go to the day of Thanksgiving. Now we're talking Easter next weekend. Not this weekend coming up, but the 9th. Hard to believe, and so we say good morning to you. We are live here again on the road at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Happy birthday today to Mariah Carey, having a birthday. 53, Dave Koz, pretty good guy, good music, jazz musician Dave Koz, K-O-Z, having a birthday, 60 today. And former NASCAR driver Cale Yarborough, having a birthday. Cale Yarborough is 84 today. Those are the birthdays here again on this Monday, May the 27th. We're going to be joined by David Nanny from Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Wesley Murray joins us from the Northeast Community Credit Union, who also happens to be a part of the Hampton State Boys Basketball Championship coaching staff. Talk about that, obviously. The Bulldogs winning it. Also got two national athletes coming in here. It's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Two national athletes from Milligan. That would be Alyssa Biazzi and Riley Renaud coming in here from Milligan along with Andy Stanko. You get to see and meet two national champions from Milligan University in sports here in this spring-fall campaign. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to meeting these youngsters, young people. All that and more coming up. Let's get it started as we always do. We always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. And so today's verse is out of the book of Lamentations, and it goes as follows. Lamentations 3, 55, 56, and 57 says, I called on your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit. Verse 56, you heard my plea. Do not close your ears to my cry for relief. What did he do? Verse 57, he says, you came near when I called you, and you said, do not fear. Whew, hit that bell. Got the bell back. I called on your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit. You heard my plea. Do not close your ears to my cry for relief. You came near when I called you, and you said, do not fear. Whew. Lamentations 3, 55, 56, and 57 here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. All right, let's bring them on. Let's get it going. We got lots to talk about. We got basketball. Molly's coming here in just a second. Molly Tipton's in the house, and she's going to tell us about some new stuff coming from Chick-fil-A, new product coming in next week. Woohoo! You're going to like it. I'm looking forward to it. But first, here are the Kingdom Heirs to the National Anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. My little buddy, Molly Tipton. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Did you have a good weekend?
I did. Did you?
Oh, absolutely. Always have a good weekend when you're in East Tennessee and in the mountains. And gosh, yes. Now, we're going to hit this right here. Hello, Carrie Reed. Hello to Linda Wagner. By the way, I want to say hello to Connor Pierce And Aiden Pierce and Grandma Charlene Van Dyke in there having breakfast this morning. School's out. Carter County, Elizabethton City, spring break. So they are scattered to the hills. People all over the place, all over the country, all over the world. So, but we're right here, at least today. I don't know what we're going to do the rest of the week, but I think for today we're here at Elizabethton Chick-fil-A. Let's hit this right here. Talking to our buddy Molly Tipton, got some new things coming out very soon, like for the month of April. What's going on?
We are introducing our watermelon mint Sunjoy. So it's watermelon syrup in our Sunjoy mix, and you can also get a watermelon frosted lemonade. I think you'll like that. We'll get you to try that whenever we get the syrup in. That begins April 3rd, and then we'll also have our lemon kale Caesar salad. It'll be coming back. We had it a couple years ago. It's my favorite salad that we have. It's lettuce with some kale sprinkled on top, grilled chicken nuggets, lemon wedges, and then our lemon Caesar dressing. It's really good.
That does sound good. That's coming out for the spring.
Yep. We'll have it on Monday.
So the new drink is watermelon
Mint.
Watermelon mint. Get it in a Sunjoy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get it in just tea or just lemonade if you don't like the mix. So we can customize it.
Watermelon mint coming, all right? And then we're getting rid of what?
We are getting rid of our side salad to make some room for some newer products hopefully down the road, and they are increasing the size of the kale side salad, so it's going to go from smaller to a little bit bigger, so it's more of a more actual side salad.
Awesome.
So we're getting rid of the side salad starting April 3rd, but the kale side will be increased, and we'll still have our fruit cups, fries, soup, mac and cheese, all those kinds of things.
Phone numbers, 297-1266, 297-1266. Got lots coming up. Outdoor events, field days, vacation Bible school, you name it. If they need something, how can you help them?
If they will send an email to our email at cfaelizabethton@gmail, we kind of route all of our donation requests through there. Or if they just want to place a catering order, they can go online to chickfil-a.com/catering or call the number.
Yep. 297-1266. So that you can cater things for a breakfast event, for a lunch event, for a dinner event, graduation party, Mother's Day get-together, you name it. They're closed Easter Sunday, but you can still get nuggets and everything. You get them on Saturday and reheat them on Sunday, right?
Yep. You can call and order a chilled tray, and we'll cook it for you. Put it in a metal pan. All you have to do is pop it in the oven and warm it up. It comes with heating instructions, so you'll know what to put your oven at and how long to leave it in there for.
297-1266 is the number to call. So if you're planning an outdoor activity or an indoor activity and you need something good from Chick-fil-A, call them at 297-1266. You guys deliver too, right?
Yes, but we have increased our catering delivery minimum to $500. So as long as it's a good size order, we'll deliver it.
Absolutely.
If not, we can use DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates. We use all those third-party delivery services to still be able to get deliveries out if it's just a couple meals or something like that.
There you go. So the phone number, the magic number to remember is 297-1266. Last thing, tell us about the mobile app, how we go to there and get Chick-fil-A One on our phone, and it benefits, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's available in, I believe, all the app stores. You just have to make an account. You can use it to place orders through the app. You can do a mobile dine-in where you just come in, sit down, tap your phone on the number, and we'll bring it right out to you whenever it's ready. You can do a mobile pickup or come through the drive-thru with a mobile order. You earn points that way, or you can also just scan your app if you don't want to link your card to it. You earn points for every dollar you spend, and eventually you'll end up getting some free food, and we send free coupons on the app every so often. So
yep, because she's in charge of the marketing and does a wonderful job. 297-1266 is the number to call from Chick-fil-A right here in Elizabethton, and my buddy Molly Tipton, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. There you go. So you're pretty excited about the new drink?
I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh. Have you had it yet?
No.
Oh, well, watermelon mint. Yeah, so I like it. It's got a.
We'll have a taste test next week.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll be here for a taste test next week, and then you're really excited about the lemon kale salad.
That's
right?
my favorite salad.
Yeah.
I'll eat that all summer.
Oh, really?
Until it goes away, I'll eat it.
So it has kale, grilled chicken nuggets. What else?
It's got 2 lemon slices, so you'll sprinkle. So it's very refreshing, and it's got a lot of lemon on it, but I like lemon on mine.
It's very lemony.
Yeah.
How's
and it
that?
comes with panko, instead of croutons, it comes with panko bits that you can sprinkle on top. It's really good.
Cool. Good stuff. All right. There you go. That's the latest, greatest from Chick-fil-A. And, of course, peach milkshake's later this summer, right?
Yes, it'll be here June or July. We'll have the peach milkshake coming back.
Yeah. It's hard to believe, but we're talking June and July. Mm-hmm. We're talking 143 days till kickoff for Cyclone football. By the way, we got baseball tonight. We hope. Had a lot of rain here this morning. I hope the field will dry out so we can play. We've got Unicoi County coming. 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch tonight. And we'll do video audio from the stadium, the Cyclones and the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Big conference game tonight. And so we hope we can get that in. All right. They probably need you at the counter.
Probably.
Yeah,
Getting
it's
a little
getting busy.
busy.
Yeah, we love it. So, spring break, folks. Elizabethton's out. Carter County's out. I don't know if there's other systems out or not, but I know here immediately in this area, the two systems are out, so a lot of folks on the move, on the road. But if you're on the move and you're traveling, you don't have time to come in and eat, come through the drive-thru. You got 2 lanes, and it's become very efficient, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You guys do a great job with it. Isn't
Try
she
to go
cool?
as fast as we can.
Oh, yeah. I see her running through here all the time and brings food to people's table, and you'll go, my pleasure. Boom, back she goes. She'll sit over her shoulder, running back to grab another one, because the place stays hopping. So, because your mom and dad run a cool store.
Mm-hmm, they do.
They do. And you're right there. This is Molly Tipton. This is Tommy and Mary's daughter in the market. She does the marketing for the store and does a wonderful job.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Yep, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at some quick sports about the Final Four. Then David Nanny's here. Leslie's here. Wesley Murray's going to be here in a little while. It's all coming up here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show next. After this, some Chick-fil-A.
Oh, it's snowing.
Right. Okay.
Let's make a snowman.
Can't now, honey.
Dad,
Sorry, kiddo.
want to make a snowman? I can't see. Hey, what is this place?
Welcome, Sam. You're right on time.
You know me?
Of course. You want to make a snowman, right?
How did you? Hey, what's that?
That's lost time. And then there's time that flies.
Whoa.
Together time. The best kind. It can make memories that last forever.
I wish my family could understand.
Here, sometimes people just need a little reminder.
Sam, where are you?
Time to go, Sam.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Mom, Dad, guess what? Cats took me to a time shop with so many clocks and
I have to go.
cuckoos, lost time and time that flies, and all kinds of time. And here, the kinds you give.
What is this? Okay, everybody. There we go.
This is actually really fun. It's done.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, joined by David Nanny, Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you, Tom?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
It's awesome. Spring break,
Yeah.
good weather, warmer weather.
Listen, I'm all for it. I'm ready.
Amen.
I'm ready.
Amen. So we got baseball tonight. We hope. We had a lot of rain this morning,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Hope the field drains.
Yeah, I'm sure it should be okay. I would think.
Because we don't play till 7, so I'm sure they can work. Of course, outfield's where you want to be concerned.
Yeah.
But it drains.
That's
We'll
true.
see. So 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch is what we've got. Hello to William Welch and Kerry Reed and Donnella Campbell. There's a new one. Hello, Donnella. And Linda Wagner. Thank you, kids, for being with us. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. All right, so we got lots going on. The Easter Bunny's coming.
Yeah.
And we're going to the dogs.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Forget the bunny. Easter's gone to the dogs. So that's the kind of the theme of this thing. Actually, what we're doing, everybody has an Easter egg hunt, and we've done one for the past 2 or 3 years, and we've had good results, but there's one on every corner, every church, every organization, you know,
Yep.
and even a lot of them want to, you know, are using our parks to do it, which is fantastic. That's fine. So we decided to do something a little different this year, and it's Easter's going to the dogs. It's actually it's a you know, a pet and they're human. It's kind of that kind of event. It's more of a bring your dog event. It's called the Ultimate Pup and Strut, an Ultimate MUTT.
I love that.
It's going to be on Saturday, you know, April the 8th, from 2 until 5. And basically, Tom, what's going to happen is the event is on the Tweetsie Trail. It starts actually right here behind us at Dairy Queen, and you and your dog walk through all the way to downtown. You'll meet on your way several, you know, people, different organizations. It's all about the dogs and the pets. So pet friendly, all kinds of prizes along your way. As you get downtown, you'll encounter all the pet friendly. That's easy for me to say. Pet friendly eateries and stores, and you know, that's one of the things that you know, Elizabeth is trying to do is promote more pet friendly downtown. So it's a great event, like I said, and then it will eventually, you'll make it your way down about 4 o'clock to Covered Bridge Park, where instead of an Easter egg hunt, it's an Easter bone hunt, and so there'll be
I love this.
a lot of fun things. You know, your dogs. There'll be opportunities to, you know, have your picture taken with your dog, and there's also a contest, you know, for the best a dog wearing his Easter best. You know, all dressed up. So break out all the costumes and all the stuff you have for your pups, and bring them on down and get your picture taken with the Easter bunny. I don't know how Vanessa's beagle would fare. I don't think the bunny would fare too well with the beagle, but we'll find out.
What's the beagle's name?
I'll give you 3 guesses. The first one,
Snoopy.
Betsy.
Betsy. Really?
Of course. Yeah.
I love it. Betsy the Beagle.
Yep. And so, yeah, and we're partnered up with Main Street Elizabethton and the public library, and the library is going to give away books, dog-themed books, as long as they last. And it's just a fun day, just something totally different.
It is.
Something that I think, you know, hits a different demographic, and I think folks will really enjoy it.
It's very, very creative. And it's next Saturday a week, not this Saturday.
Right.
This Saturday's April 1, so the following Saturday, it's Easter weekend on
Right.
Saturday, April the 8th from 2 till 5. Again, the Ultimate Pup and Strut. I like it's the Easter bone hunt, not an egg hunt, but a bone hunt. That's pretty cool. Who came up with this? You come up with all this?
No, I think Kelly actually came up with
Kelly
most
did?
of it. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
very creative.
Yes,
I love it.
Absolutely.
The Ultimate Pup and Strut, next Saturday a week, free event.
Yes, absolutely free.
Yeah.
Everything. Lots of prizes, lots of fun, and you can find out more on Facebook, Main Street Elizabethton Parks and Rec, Carter County Elizabethton Public Library, all those websites on Facebook or Instagram.
So it goes without saying, but every time I get on here, I have people say, is it just for Elizabethton people, whatever they're doing? I'm thinking, no.
No,
It's for anybody.
Right.
If you got a dog, you're watching in Kingsport, you got a dog, bring it to Dairy Queen across the street. That's your starting point.
Yep.
And walk down the Tweetsie Trail. From here downtown's probably what, half mile maybe?
Probably. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's flat. It's an old railroad bed. If you know
Yeah,
anything about
it's-
the Tweetsie Trail, so wear you some tennis shoes, some walking shoes.
Comfortable shoes. Yeah.
Bring your dog and come on. So it's
Absolutely.
next Saturday a week. So the Ultimate Pup and Strut from 2 till 5. Meet right across the street in Elizabethton to Dairy Queen and start walking that way. So be cool. That's going to be a lot
Absolutely.
of fun.
Yeah, be a great day.
Now, do you have a dog?
Well, yeah, I do. I've got it's my dad's lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name or her name?
His name's Jake.
Jake?
Big Jake.
Jake and Betsy the Beagle.
Yep.
Does Victoria have a dog?
Yep. Little Bear.
Little Bear. So all three of those will be in it, you think?
I don't know about Jake, but probably the other two definitely.
Little
will.
Bear and Betsy will be
Yeah,
there.
they'll be there.
Yeah. And the Ultimate Pup and Strut next Saturday. That's really cool. Now you're working on the concerts too, right?
Yes, and I should have something real soon on all those. There's a couple that I'm kind of holding up on, but should have those released in the next couple of weeks.
People don't realize it's almost like a chess game, isn't it? You got to move here, move there,
that's right.
and you talk about money, and you got to hit the money to take. Everybody got to agree on the money. Then you have to agree on a date.
Right.
So it's like pieces of a puzzle trying to book.
Oh, it takes time. I mean, it takes just about all year to get those events lined up.
But you saw what he did last year and who he brought in, so he set the bar pretty high. So
Hopefully we can, we aim to please, as they say.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
We're trying.
and you do. I've noticed they're out mowing the yard again. Tell folks, or not mowing the yards, mowing the parks and keeping spick and span looking spiffy. How many acres of
There's over 100 acres of park in Elizabeth.
100 acres they got to keep mowed?
And these guys are out there every day, working in the, trying to either landscaping. I mean, these are the same guys who every morning they go get trash. They pick up the trash that people throw on the ground, empty all the cans every day. They go from there to the bathrooms, clean the bathrooms, sometimes repair the bathrooms when they're destroyed.
Which I don't understand.
We have issues. I mean, there's people that just go and bust up the sinks and different things all the time. Just costs money. I mean, it's just taxpayer dollars. I mean, it's no fun. It takes us away, or our maintenance guys away from other things that they could be doing.
Yeah.
But then, yes, mowing, everything. They're out there hard working every day.
So there's trash cans at all the parks, and yet you still have to go around behind people and pick up the trash because they're too lazy to put in the trash can.
Unfortunately, yes, that's true.
I'll call it. They're too lazy to do it.
if you bring it with you, at least you could put it in a can.
Yeah. So I just don't
I
get that.
always say the people that throw the trash down on the ground are the people that never had to pick it up. The many years we ran the ball field, with the Elizabethan Twins. If you've ever picked up the trash after a baseball game, it only takes one time. I mean, I catch myself if I go to, not too long ago we were at Thompson Bowling watching the Vols play, and I'm picking up all the trash around me. You just do. You just want to. You don't want to. I don't know. Somebody has it's hard to pick that up, and
You don't have to do it once.
Yeah.
Go in behind people, pick up half cups of pop and popcorn and hot dogs and mustard smeared everywhere. And, it'll break you.
It's just nasty.
Yeah. So anyway,
Help
moral of
us
the story.
out by trying to put it in the can.
Yeah.
Doing that helps out a lot.
If you're going to use our great parks here in Elizabethton, or anywhere you are, for that matter, any place you're going, State Park, any other city park is watching this show, for crying out loud, if you're going to go and use the facilities, have enough courtesy and respect for the facility to put your trash in a trash can. I feel like I'm talking to third graders.
I know, but it's true.
It's just crazy. But anyway, so you guys keep 100 acres mowed.
Yep.
And spiffy and spick and span and clean the bathrooms and
trying to improve those all the time.
It's awesome.
Trying to make things better.
Yep. I know you got lots going on. Come back next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll push it again. The next week we'll push it even more. The Ultimate Pup and Strut. Circle the calendar next weekend, Easter weekend, on April the 8th, 2 to 5 here in Elizabeth. It's a free event, and it starts right across the street at Dairy Queen on the Tweetsie Trail, and walk that direction, of course, downtown. And once you get there, Covered Bridge Park, we're going to have an Easter bone hunt and an Easter best dog pageant. And also getting your pet's picture taken with the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
There you go. So, good stuff.
Yeah.
You hungry?
Yeah.
Well,
I better get something.
Pretty good place to eat right here.
It is.
Pretty good grub.
Yep.
So, I appreciate you as always. Is your bracket blown up, or did you have any of the Final Four?
No. That was blown up early.
UConn, San Diego State, Florida Atlantic, and Miami. Who do you think's going to win it?
Miami looks good.
Yeah.
I would love to see Florida Atlantic win the whole thing. I just would.
The Cinderella story.
Yeah. I think that's who I'll pull for. I'm telling you what, I've never seen anybody move the ball around like they did on Tennessee that second half.
They
I
moved
mean, it's like they were doing drills.
Yeah.
I mean, they wasn't even.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we've had a great defense all year, but not having a point guard makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Without him, I mean, I think that was one of our biggest,
Yeah.
And
And then you shoot 6 for 23 from 3 points.
Yeah.
And 33% from the floor. So you shoot 10 and make 3.
Yeah.
You ain't going to be too many people.
No, the
shooting 10 and
numbers
making
don't
3.
work out that way. It doesn't work out for you.
No.
Not very good.
No. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you next Monday.
Absolutely.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And thanks to David Nanny from Elizabeth and Parks and Rec on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So what's going on right now at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we are accepting short-term and long-term residents. We definitely specialize in our short-term. We're very proud of our rehab department, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy. We want you to come. If you want, a couple weeks of rehab, we'll be happy to help you and get you back home. We'd love to have any long-term residents. If you need our services, we're here. We just want to be just to serve our community the best we can.
Why Ivy Hall Nursing Home? There's a lot of them out there. Why do you feel like you guys are the best?
Well, we just feel like that at Ivy Hall, it's a family-run business. My mom is the owner. Myself and my sister, we both work there. We just feel like you're going to get more personal touch at Ivy Hall. If you want to talk to the owner administrator, call, ask for Judy. We just want to provide the personal touch.
And they do. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook or ivyhallnursinghome.com if you'd like to apply for a job. We're hiring CNAs, LPNs, RNs, housekeeping, whatever. You can go on there and fill out an application, and somebody will get in touch with you.
One of our great sponsors here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, our buddy Joseph Taylor right there, as you see, with Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and we're joined by, look here, you know who she is. She's here every week. My little buddy Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. Is Randy's bracket shot?
Is it shot? Yeah. Tennessee went down.
Everybody's bracket shot. Yeah. Florida Atlantic, San Diego State, and Miami, and UConn.
No.
You know who's going to win it, don't you? There you go. UConn can play.
Yep.
They got the big guy in the middle who can play. He's not a stiff. He can play. And they got good outside guard plays. But it's going to be good. It's one of those years. Yep. That would be her better half over there talking. That would be Randy. So
He's a sports guy.
he is a sports guy. Yep. And his Yankees start Thursday, opening day. You feel good about the Yankees this year? As a yeah. 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 It starts Thursday, opening day, Major League Baseball. We'll talk about that some more. But, all right, we got Sycamore Shoals. What's going on at the park?
All right, we've got May 20th, 21st. We've got the Siege, the big Siege coming up. We'll have approximately 200 or so reenactors in and around the fort, living life like they lived back then. We'll be attacked by the Cherokee, and we will be attacked by the British.
Really? Double whammy.
Yes, so.
Shame on them.
Yeah, and we'll have vendors with wares from the 1700s, 1800s. If your reenactor needs something, come on out.
This is on May 20th and 21st, right?
21st and 20th, yep.
20th
and 21st.
20th and 21st.
Yep.
That'll be at Sycamore Shoals, the Siege, and so they're going to be attacked by the Cherokees and the British and the literals in it, right?
Yes.
So people will be able to watch this and all.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will.
Cannons, the whole deal, right?
Well, no cannons. We'll have muskets.
Muskets.
and rifles.
So, just
Mostly muskets.
we'll talk a lot about that between now and then. But obviously, if you're going to come, just be aware. It's like I didn't know they were going to set off. They're going to shoot muskets.
Shoot down.
They're going to be blanks, but they're going to shoot muskets. So it will be loud. So I came over one year to watch it, and some lady started complaining. Why are they going to shoot guns? I'm thinking, if there's a siege,
You're gonna
hello,
you're gonna have to
and
protect
somebody's trying to take over somebody else in a simulated battle, what in the name of the good Lord do you think they're going to do?
Probably going to have some
They're going to
guns.
shoot some muskets. There'll be some loud noises.
Yep.
And she went to complaining to somebody. It's like, you got to be kidding me. So just know, when you come, we want you to come, there will be some muskets, making some noises.
Yep.
So, but it's nothing you won't be able to handle. So there you go. That's coming up in May.
Yes.
Now we have
We have a big thing in April, the plant auction, and I've had lots of phone calls about the plant auction, wanting to know about it, when, where, and why. And I brought a special guest or two today for you, and they're going to talk about that. It's going to be April 22nd, and they'll talk a little more about it.
Corey, come over for a second. Introduce him. I'll see you next Monday.
Bye. Yes.
Oh yeah, she's so sweet. That's Randy's lady. Come on in here, Corey Franklin. Sit right here. Corey, get you in here real quick. Is that your phone ringing? That's your fans. See, the minute he sits down, his fans start calling. 8 by 10 glossies of Corey Franklin. How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Just fine.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, but I'm glad you came. Now, she talked about the seeds. Before you introduce our plant guy, if you just want to come and walk around the park, tell us what we can do. You know, there's programs all the time, but the park's open all the time. Tell me about that.
Yep, so this is really a good time to come down to the park. Fishing's starting to take off. I'm a big fly fisherman, and right now is a good time to come. But probably the coolest thing that you get to experience at our park is late April into early April as well. You see a lot of the bald eagles start coming through the river.
Oh, really?
I seen one this morning sitting up on a tree. And then late April and really into May and then into June, you see the osprey show up.
Really?
So osprey will start coming down. So if you're a big photographer, my friend, he's big into nature photography. So I get him out all the time to take photos.
A bald eagle.
And bald eagle and osprey. Yeah, I think bald eagles were endangered there for the longest time, and you never seen them. But we've reintroduced, well, not we, but a lot of awesome people have reintroduced them.
So when you see them, are they swooping down to get the fish in the river?
Most times when I see them, they're in the trees. So yeah, if you go look up, is what I tell people.
Cool. Now you fly fish. What are you trying to get?
Trout. I was mainly going for rainbow trout, brown trout, brookies if they're in there, but that's only the National Forest or the National, Forest Service will stock occasionally brook trouts in our rivers, but not very often. So mainly rainbows and browns.
Wow. What do you use for bait?
I use my friend's flies. He ties all my flies for me, and crazy as this is, I have one fly that I've used the whole time I've ever fly fished, literally my whole entire life.
Your lucky fly.
Yeah, it's my lucky fly, and I actually had to retire it last year because it's too rusty to use anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was like a moral thing that I was probably could have gotten in trouble.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds good when it does that, doesn't it?
Man, when they hit it and they come out of the water, it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Oh yeah, that's good. So fly fishing at Sycamore Shoals.
Yeah.
If you just want to walk around the park and do that too, can't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's beautiful. I mean, right now in the spring, everything's blooming, everything's coming back to life. So it's a good time. And as we can kind of work into, everything's coming back to life. We'll have our plants out, and then you guys can come and see Keith Hart and the awesome plant auction that's going to take place.
You get ready to introduce him here in a second. So if you start in the parking lot, I don't know the answer to this. If you walk one lap around the park on the gravel trail, how far is that?
So if you go out and come back, it's a mile. It's a half mile out and a half mile back.
So if you start at the center, walk down the trail, come back to the center, you've walked
a mile.
A mile.
Yep, the perfect mile. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, and there's really no elevation gain. The most you'll get is the stairs going from the parking lot down to the trail.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's super accessible, ADA up accessible, so you can take wheelchairs out there. It's really good for the whole family, kids, mom, dad, grandparents.
And to walk at Sycamore Shoals, which is right up the street here in Elizabethton, is FREE, right? Free.
Yes.
No charge.
Yes.
No charge to walk.
Absolutely free.
No charge to stop and look up in the trees, see the bald eagles.
Just send a picture. That's all I ask. Send a picture to our Facebook page if you would. Yeah.
So introduce this gentleman. Who's up next?
Yeah, so Keith is going to come up next. Keith was the UT Extension. He worked in the UT Extension office for years. He is, I'm going to say, the foremost expert. He runs the Pumpkin Barn down on Laurels Road. So October, when everybody's coming out for Halloween, I know they have constantly got business. I know I call Keith a lot for information when it comes to trees and plants, but I will turn it over to him because he's one of the best.
All right. Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Get you some lunch here, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, Wesley Murray. You coming up? Hello, sir.
Hey, Tom. How you doing this morning?
Good. So you run the Laurels?
I try to stay behind the scenes and let my son-in-law and a lot of other good people run it.
Yeah. I got a young man who I go to church, Carter Vaughn.
You can't beat him.
Yeah.
And Kevin and Christy.
Yeah.
They're just good people.
They are good people.
It's salt of the earth. They've stepped in the last 2 or 3 years, and there's no way that what we try to achieve there could go to the levels it's been at without them.
Yep.
And several others. It's unreal, Tom.
Kevin and Christine Carter. He had a pretty good dad too, Tom Bond. He's in glory now. But
Yeah, I was down there at the church. That was tough.
Yeah.
And a good human being. His wife,
Miss Linda.
Linda, was over the finances in Carter County for years. And I remember when people would come and go, she would stay in there and not complain and do the job of 2 or 3 other people and never complain, never say a thing, and just solid people. Super solid, Tom.
Oh yeah, solid earth.
Yeah, Corey was bringing back some memories. Dad had maybe the first houseboat on Watauga Lake, if not the second one. And they closed the lake in '49. And fishing was started on, I believe it was May 1, Mom always said, 1951. And Dad has had a houseboat up there at Fish Springs. And about 20 of them from Johnson City went up there. And when fishing started that morning at 8 o'clock, they put their line right in the water, right at that sand. It was a big deal. It's a big deal.
That's
back at
awesome.
that time.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It is.
So you're going to be heading up the plant auction.
We've got a number of people involved in this. Like she said, like Leslie said, it's April 22. We've got most of the plants are donated from nurseries, practically all of them. And
Go ahead, notice getting loud in here.
I got you. Well,
There
we're
you go.
good.
There you go.
And it started, I guess, 25 years ago. Dr. Will Whitty was an ornamentalist at University of Tennessee, and I was with Will at a meeting, and he said, "Keith, how's everything going?" And I said, "Good." And he said, "Well, I've got a bunch of plants left over from research down here at UT," and he said, "I don't mind bringing them up there in my pickup truck with a trailer, and if you want to have an auction up there." And I said, "Well, who will auction me?" He said, "Well, I can." Well, he wasn't much of an auctioneer, I'll be honest with you, Tom. And we didn't get many people mad at us. We've learned how to do it better since in 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Will did, and we gave him a few $100s. He said, "Give me a couple $100 for a research student here at UT." And he said, that'll be tickled. Well, he did that for several years. And then one of the other nurserymen around here, David Yates, up near the Laurels, David put quite a bit of material into it. And we were worried whether people would show up. You don't have all the mass communications back then we had today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's turned out we wanted something that was friendly, happy, good for children, and our goal is for everybody that comes to leave with a plant. So we'll have daylilies, we'll have clethra, we'll have hydrangeas, we'll have 400 to 600 plants and try to auction them in a 3-hour period. And the park has just been unbelievable. It's a great gathering place.
Mm-hmm.
And Corey was right if you've not ever walked that trail behind the park, you're right. I mean, there's to walk along the shoals down there and realize that those fellas from Sullivan County walked across there to go to Kings Mountain, and historically it's huge. There's no question about it. We're lucky to have that here.
Yep, and it's right up the street here. You don't have to drive out in the middle of nowhere to get there. I mean, I pass it every day, Sycamore Shoals.
And Tom, we'll kind of try to open the doors at 8:15. We try to start the auction right at 9, so you can view things. We have refreshments for folks when they come through the door. It is family oriented totally, and I love to see young kids come in and see what plants are and the variety of plant material and genetics that exists out here. It's a fascinating world once you get into it.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. April the 22nd coming up. It's 3 weeks from this weekend coming up, right? Yeah, this weekend's April 1st, so 3 weeks. We'll have him back in and talk about it again a little closer. The proceeds go to where?
Goes to the Northeast Tennessee Christmas Tree Nursery Group. They've sponsored several tours at UT for nursery producers. The other day we sponsored the VOAG group. They had their nursery contest down there at Walters State, and we sponsored that. We sponsored several scholarships for kids out of high school that are going into VOAG, and we brought several speakers in the past and paid their expenses, so that's where most of the money goes for.
It's awesome.
It's a good group.
There's going to be fruit trees. What else?
Well, we'll
perennials?
There'll be numbers of perennials. There'll be all kinds of we try to hunt out some plants that you can't find in this region, and we've got a couple of fellas in Knoxville, Kinsey Gardens and Holden, and up here in Butler, Dry Run, Harvey Bernston and his group, Mike Ingram and Joe Thomas donate. We just had a number of people that donate over $1,000 each, and that's pretty good. That's saying something, Tom.
Whoa.
It is. It's saying something.
Over $1,000 each?
Yes,
Awesome.
easily.
This is going to be a big, big deal. April the 22nd. Just the first annual. Been doing it for a while.
We've been doing it. This will be probably 20. We haven't done it for like 2 to 3 years due to COVID. That
right.
just shut everything down.
Yep.
And the sponsors, well, the extension office has been really involved. And to be honest with you, so many ag groups out here. If you didn't have, and this is extension month, even though I'm retired from it, I'll plug it because Dad raised me to be a military officer. And instead, I was an extension agent for 43 years for UT. And he never did quite get over that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know of anything else I would have rather done with my life than be an extension agent for the University of Tennessee.
There you go.
Now, that's easy to say after you're retired and out of it, isn't it?
Yeah, but
But
you still believe in it.
I do, no
Absolutely.
question. It's great.
Yes, absolutely. So, would you come back the Monday before the event? Do
Be
this
glad
again?
to. Be glad
Please?
to. Be glad to.
Come back, and maybe by that point you can say, hey, this coming Saturday, I know for sure we're going to have boom, boom, boom. Where's some?
I had breakfast with Rick Walters, that you know.
Yes.
And Rick was bragging on you this morning at breakfast, and he said, Tom has the uncanny ability to recall names and dates and people like nobody I've ever seen.
Huh.
Is it hard to get a compliment out of
Yeah,
Rick?
he's very kind. I'm just an old country boy talks. So,
I saw it.
but
Out of West Virginia.
yes, sir.
I looked that up before I came down.
Old hillbilly transplant. Tennessee boy now.
Matter of fact, the 4-H agent under me for about 9 years was Tom Peters from Kingsport, and he married a girl from Charleston, West Virginia, Mindy. I think her name was Rice. Her dad was a doctor.
Oh yes, Dr.
And
Rice.
overlooking the river there, and we went to the wedding. My mom and I drove up there to the wedding, and gorgeous looking down that river, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. You come from a beautiful place.
And I'm living in a beautiful place too.
Oh, listen, I spent most of my life trying to get back to Johnson City.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. We are so blessed. We just look outside. I mean, as I've said many times, you don't think there's a God, go up to look at Watauga Lake.
It's unbelievable. I tell people you've got to go to Switzerland to see something this nice.
You're right.
It's just exceptional.
It is. So please come back on that Monday and let's do it again. And we're going to promote this hot and heavy. This is great because it's helping kids. So they ultimately, these VOAG kids will get monies off of this auction. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's what it's all about, our
It's
young
good.
people.
It's good, Tom.
Are you hungry?
I'm going to eat a bite and then head back to the farm.
Well, it's on to me for being a guest. So just tell them, they see you back here, just tell them. So
We appreciate you.
tell everybody one more time who you are.
Keith Hart.
There you go.
And I was an extension agent with UT for 43 years. Started out in Mountain City, and that's a challenge. Got to meet a lot of people up there, and then Carter County for 37 years. And I had no desire to be a supervisor in Knoxville. Zero. I love the mountains. I love the hills.
Well, stay right here.
I'd just soon be on the back of Buck Mountain, or above Roan Mountain, or Pine Crest, or Stony Creek. Anything in this culture, it fits into me perfectly.
Country's cornbread.
I love it.
There you go.
I have to tell one story quick because you can relate to that. My grandmother lived up near Best Greenhouse, near the Laurels, and Dad was in Korea when I was in the second grade, and she fixed the best country ham for me and the best biscuits and red-eye gravy. And then Dad came back and took us to Japan for 2 years, and that was a real change because I quickly learned that they ate rice 3 times a day, and there was no country ham, there was no biscuits and gravy, and the milk we drank was powdered for 2 years, and the military school was somewhat structured.
To say the least.
To say the least.
Yes.
But you can't beat East Tennessee.
No. Amen. Keith Hart, see you in a couple of weeks, sir.
I'm glad to.
Oh, yes. What a nice man. And working to help our kids. That's, love it, love it, love it. All right. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to be joined by my man's in the house. He's a part of a state championship basketball team and also works in Northeast Community Credit Union. That would be Wesley Murray. He joins us right after this break. We're live. We're on the road right here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Bailey Sports Show.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
The best furniture event in Cannon's history is going on now. We have made special deals with factories and received a ton of inventory at great prices, and now we're passing them on to you. Save up to 70% off great quality name brand furniture and get it today. Hurry now through Monday at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
Hi, my name is Brian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
Back on the Tom Davis Sports Show, look who stopped by. Hampton basketball. It's getting crowded in here. Trying to let you know.
Okay.
So they can hear you. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about the credit union in a second. Let's talk about winning a state championship.
Yeah. It was amazing. Amazing feeling.
So you beat 3 really good basketball teams.
We did.
You started out with Humboldt. Mm-hmm. Then you went Chattanooga Prep.
Yep.
And wrapped things up with Middleton.
We did.
Yep. So 3 different contrasting style of play, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Humboldt had a big kid down low, 6'6", probably over 300 pounds, big offensive line or defensive lineman for football. Then switch over to Chattanooga Prep, who had extremely long athletic kids. And then you go to Middleton, who'd been one of the best teams in the state most of the year.
With Mr. Basketball.
With Mr. Basketball.
And you shut him down.
Yep.
You shut them all down.
Yeah.
Right on the goal ball.
Right.
So defense won you a championship, didn't it?
We did. It did. Yeah. We run 2 really athletic guards with Trivet and Chance Point on typically their best guard. Then you've got Campbell down low, Campbell and Gino getting all the rebounds and protecting the paint. So I think defense really won us the championship.
Absolutely. So you got Chance Point, Gino Carrico, Caden Buckles.
Yep.
Almost know the team. I didn't call the games. Let's see, who am I leaving off? Anspaugh?
Michael Anspaugh, Caden Buckles, and Hayden Campbell.
Hayden Campbell, yep. So tell me about working for Ned Smith.
It's one of the biggest blessings I've ever had. Coach Smith's a great guy. He's a great Christian role model, great mentor to young coaches in the area. He's just all-around great guy. I can't say enough good things about him.
Sounds corny, but I love Ned Smith. I met him. Here's what he did last week. Kind of got to me. He brought that ball, left school, and brought that basketball over here last Monday and talked about the championship, brought the state championship gold ball. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I took a picture of it, and I wanted to show it off because I'm proud as a peacock that he did that. Let's see. Go back up here. Lord, I got all these pictures. Yeah. We're going to talk about the credit union in a second. I got too many pictures. Look at this. There we go. And let's see. Let's go. There it is right there. If you can see that. There's Coach Smith and I with the state championship gold ball. Got a police escort back into town, didn't
we?
We
did, yeah. Yeah, they picked us up at Bulls Gap, and then we had some more pick us up at the Carter County line and drove through town. I didn't expect there to be that many people, from here to Hampton, but it was packed.
Nuts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have a celebration at the school?
Yeah, we did. We did. I think everybody in Hampton was at Hampton High School that day, so it was packed.
Yeah, awesome feeling, folks. Bring on that gold ball back to Northeast Tennessee. We don't get much respect down Middle Tennessee. I'll just tell you. I just know that from all the years I've been going down there. A lot of them think the state stops in Knoxville, but it doesn't. We showed them up here. We can play team basketball and play defense and rebounding. Was that the key to win this thing?
That was the key, shutting down their best players and controlling the boards. Big thing is just knowing your opponent. We spend a lot of time watching film and game planning for things like that. So I felt like we had a very good understanding of all the 3 teams that we played.
How many guys will come back next year?
We're losing 4, so 10 of them will come back.
Losing Buckles?
Buckles.
Graduates?
Brody Hicks, Levi Lyons, and Dalton Nave.
All 4 gone, graduating.
Yeah.
But a pretty good nucleus come back, right?
Yeah. We've got 4 starters coming back, and then Chance or Gino, 1 both off the bench, come back, and we lose Levi Lyons, who come off the bench this year. So majority of the team is coming back.
Yep, which is pretty exciting. It's not exciting for everybody else. It's pretty exciting for Hampton basketball.
Right, yes, sir.
Now, did you go down as a player in the state? Did you play in the state?
I played as a sophomore. I didn't get a lot of playing time, but I did go. That was when Nathaniel Hughes and that group played. It was Coach White's last year.
So the difference for you personally as a player and as a coach, is there a difference?
I was a whole lot more nervous coaching than I was. I mean, I didn't play,
You're more nervous coaching?
Yeah, I was more nervous coaching because there's nothing I can do to
do it.
Yeah.
You can tell them, but you can't do it.
Yep.
You're kind of hamstrung over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You tell them what you want them to do. If they don't do it, then ain't nothing you can do about it. But if you're a player, you can kind of control it.
Right.
So we're talking to Wesley Murray from Northeast Community Credit Union. We're tickled to death he came. We appreciate that very, very much. So Miss Lewis is off this week, and I understand that. So Mr. Murray's in her place. So tell me about this. It continues because it's been so successful. The $200 cash.
Yeah. So if you have a new or used auto loan and you move it to us, or if you just get a new or used auto loan and finance it through us, we're going to give you $200 in cash.
Yep. Immediately hand it to you, or just put it in your account. Either way you want to do it.
Either way you want it.
All you got to do is transfer an auto loan from another, another financial institution, which people do all the time, don't they?
Yeah. Or you can, if you just want to finance a new one through us, it's same thing, $200 cash.
Yeah. Now, you take care of people's security on your accounts, correct?
Yeah, so we call it the fraud department. It's really not a department. That's just kind of what we named it. We're over debit card fraud, debit card limits, setting up travel for debit cards, home banking, pretty much anything like that we handle.
So a lot of people are going to be, of course, a lot of people are traveling this week, which may be too late now because they're already out there wherever they're going for spring break. But coming up vacation season, how can you make sure when we take off traveling somewhere, going wherever, Florida, Carolinas, the beach, Europe, wherever, how can you make sure you take care of it?
So the best thing, you can obviously always call us and get everything set up that way. But now we have a new feature on the mobile app called Cards, and it'll allow you to set up 2 travel plans up to 14 days in advance. So if you're traveling next month, you can go ahead and go on there and set it up for 14 days and let it know that you're going to be traveling to Florida, South Carolina, Georgia. That's mainly the big ones. And that way it won't throw a fraud case on your card.
Cool. You can set all that up and you can help us. We come in.
Yep.
Sit down and talk to you.
So you can come in and see me. You can call us, or you can set it all up on the mobile app now.
That's neat. So that's just protecting you when you take off going anywhere. I guess it protects you here too, but
it does.
I keep thinking vacation.
And it'll send you a notification anytime your debit card's used, which is what I really like.
Oh, it will? So if somebody uses it and not supposed to use it, get a red flag.
Yep. So if you're sitting at home and you get a notification that somebody's used your debit card, it's obviously not you, so you can turn that debit card off really quick and get in contact with us, and we can take the steps necessary to get that money back.
March Madness. Any of the 4, you get any of those guys in the bracket?
The only one I got right was UConn. I actually picked UConn to win it all. So
I think they're going to win it all too. They can play, can't they?
They can.
They got the big man in the middle who can play.
Yep.
7-2, is that right?
Yeah, my team didn't make the tournament this year, so I kind of got a non-biased bracket, so it probably worked out better for me.
Your team's the Tar Heels.
Tar Heels, yeah.
I knew that. So, and then you have San Diego State, Miami,
and
Florida Atlantic,
and
UConn.
Yep.
Yeah, I got UConn winning it all too. They can play.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. So interesting. Well, what do you want to leave us with, my friend? What's the coolest part about working at Northeast Credit Union for you?
Coolest part working at Northeast is I love everybody that I work with. I love doing what I do. I feel like I actually can help people in the community, and we do a lot with the community, which I love being involved in the community. So.
You even like Andrea Lewis?
Yeah. She's good. She's good to work with.
She'll kill me. Of course he likes me. I can hear her going, yes, of course he likes me. And what's your other buddy's name?
I've got Velda. And Regina. Yeah.
Velda's a jewel. Velda came over one time and it was crazy. The mouse kit went down. I was getting ready to interview her.
Yep.
She was nervous wrecking away. My mouse croaked. And so I think we got her on, but it was kind of a strained interview. But she said she'd come back. But you like doing this Andrew, so you like coming and talk?
Yeah,
That's good.
I get nervous at first, but I get over it.
No. It's okay. If I can do this, anybody can do it. So UConn is the team you got to win it all.
Yep.
I can't argue with that at all, sir. So, are you hungry?
No. I don't normally eat lunch till 1. So.
You want something to drink?
I'm good.
You good? All right. Wesley Murray, Northeast Community Credit Union. Thank you, sir, for coming by here.
Thank
Appreciate
you for having me.
Yep, good job. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We are live. We're on the road here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And coming up, we got national champions from Milligan University. Woohoo! They'll join us next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. So we're at Brummett Sports Shop in Elizabeth, and Lori Wilson, the owner, and one of the hot items going into the holidays are varsity jackets or Letterman jackets. Tell us about it.
Well, Tom, we do varsity jackets for all our local schools. These are Holloway jackets, and the body is 24-ounce wool, and then most of the jackets we will get leather sleeves on them. We can also do the wool sleeves. But like I said, they're Holloway, so they're high-quality jackets. We can do any color for any school. We will put your school letter on the front, your name. See, this one has a name. We also have a local lady here that makes the patches. So the turnaround time is really pretty short for a custom jacket. The other thing we will do is if you play a sport, we will put a ball patch with your number in it, your varsity years that you played. We can do inserts, like we do a cross for FCA. We can do ball inserts if you play basketball or football or whatever. We also have band jackets. So here we have a band letter for this young lady. And one other thing we do are like custom patches, embroidered patches. So she plays mellophone and French horn, so she requested that. So we put that on her jacket. If you're all conference, if your team won the conference, we can do that. Let's see, on the back of the jackets, we can do either the, like the nickname for your school. So this is Betsy Band. We also have Vikings for Tennessee High, Pioneers for Crockett, Greenville for the Greenville jacket. Another option for the back of the jacket is we can do your name and number.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, and then also we have position patches. So C for center, or we had one earlier that someone picked up, point guard, so that was PG and SG. But we do all local schools. Like I said, they're Holloway, so they're good quality jackets, and we sell a lot of them. And the kids love these jackets. They love to show off their accomplishments, their team's accomplishments, and represent their school.
Tell us how we can get a hold of you.
Okay, our phone number is 423-542-2321. We also have a Facebook page, Brummett Sports Shop, so you can message me there. You can message me on my personal Facebook page, Lori Wilson, or you can email at brummittstn, that's BRUMITSTN @charter.net. We'd love to hear from you.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. This is a pretty cool gig now. This is why I like doing what I do. I'm getting ready to talk to the first ever women's swimming national champion from Milligan. How long has Milligan been in school? Long time?
Oof, 19th century. It goes way back, Buffalo Creek, and I should know that. I'll come back next time and get you the exact history.
You can Google it.
Yeah.
You can have Mrs. Stanka Google it. How long's Milligan? This is the first ever national champion in the history of the school in swimming.
Women's swimming, we're fired up. That March 4th, 2023, the most national champions Milligan has ever had in a single day with 4, and we're psyched to have all 4 of them on the show today with you.
Oh, absolutely. Very much psyched.
And Riley Renaud is our first one. Women's swimming, won the mile in dramatic fashion, and I'm going to get out of the way, and you're going to get to hear from her.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So this will look good, look right. I'm going to take a 45-second break, type in the right thing on the screen. Milligan National Champions. You'll meet them next here on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Look at this. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. A national champion.
Woohoo!
Riley Renaud.
Yep.
From Winchester, California. First ever women's swimming national champion in the history of the school. National champion in the mile. You swam a mile 17 minutes and 21 seconds?
Yes, sir.
Wow. All-American in the 500-yard freestyle. 5th place there from Winchester, California. How in the world did you get from Winchester, California to Milligan University?
There was a girl on my club team back home that goes here, Gabby McPherson. She's a junior here at Milligan, and she introduced me to it, and I decided to fill out a questionnaire just for fun, and I got a response right away from Coach Spencer, and the rest is history. Yeah.
Coach Spencer's here, isn't he?
Yes.
We're going to talk to him, too. Spencer Scarth is the coach. So what's it like to go from high school and club swimming to swimming with him at Milligan?
I was going through a really rough patch back home in swim, and this is like the first time where at Milligan I've been genuinely happy to swim and get in the water, and I think that's, you know, it's just been great, and just getting the workouts that I really need, and yeah, so.
This is awesome. It's awesome for me. I hope it's awesome for you. A national champion. So to swim a mile, how many miles do you have to swim to get ready for a mile?
A lot of miles.
Yeah.
I did a lot of mile sets before. Like in the morning, I had to do 2 miles swimming, try to get faster and faster every week at a mile set. So, you know, it makes it worth it, you know?
Yes. I want you to come right, let him stand right here for just a second. Come right here. I want everybody to see him and his little buddy. Come right here real quick. Tell everybody who you are.
Connor Pierce.
Connor Pierce. You are on spring break. What school do you go to?
Eastside Elementary.
Eastside Elementary. You're in the playground. You got you an ice cream.
Yep.
And where we're going this week? We're going somewhere this week?
We're going to Dollywood this week.
How come I don't ever get to go to Dollywood? I have to work. They get to go to Dollywood. Which ride do you like at Dollywood?
The Dragonfly.
The Dragonfly. All right. How about the little man right here? Come right here. I want to introduce you too, little guy. Come right here. Sit up on that seat real quick. We'll get back to Riley here in just a second. Too cool. Can they even see you? There you go. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm so, and I eat chicken nuggets and french fries, and so, and I sing a song, and like, I don't know.
You have chicken nuggets and french fries, and you sing a song, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I play.
And you played?
And I'm my brother, and so, and I always, and I play TV already, and we go inside, and always I went in it, and I gotta go and brood in the toy store.
Going to the toy store. I wish you wasn't so shy. I wish you would talk a little bit. So there you go. That's good. That's awesome. You're welcome. And so, there you go.
That's a great little intermission.
Oh, yeah. Give you a chance to catch your breath a little bit. These little guys are in here. They're hanging out of the playground and got them some ice cream. Now they get to go to Dollywood. Have you been to Dollywood yet?
Yes, I have. I love it.
California girls been to Dollywood.
Yes.
We are talking to Riley Renaud, who is the first ever swimming national champion at Milligan University, which I think is awesome. I'm honored to have her on here. So you won the AAC titles in the mile, the 500, and the 200 free. Was named AAC Swimmer of the Year and Rookie of the Year. Good grief. Hold still. Wow. I mean, seriously, it's a big deal. You got all those awards in one meet? Swimmer of the Year and Rookie of the Year?
Yes, sir.
Wow. How many teams are in the AAC that have swim teams?
I'm not exactly sure how many.
Who's the big rival? When you go to the pool and you look across and you see, I don't know, Tennessee Wesleyan, or who do you see over there and go, oh, we want to beat those guys? Is there a particular
It's
team?
more of like I have like my own teammates that
Oh,
are
really?
really like
Competing against them?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to best them. Okay.
Mhm.
So, when did you realize you had a chance to win the national title?
I don't know, like this whole meet, I was like, I felt like I could win. Like I felt like I could picture myself standing on top of the podium. And then, so I got first seed going to finals for the 5 free. And then at finals didn't really go the way I wanted. So I was like, okay, not that race. 2 free, I didn't make it back to finals. Okay, that was for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't meant to swim at night. I was meant to like rest for tomorrow for the mile. And I texted my mom. I was like, so do you actually think I can do it? And she's like, yes, I totally think you can do it, Riley. And so I was like, okay. And that I had American flag suit on, and they played Born in the USA for the walkout, and I was like, this is meant to be.
That's
so
it.
yeah,
I'm on. I'm getting ready to thump somebody, right?
Yep.
I'm getting ready to burn their biscuits, and she did. So you're swimmer of the year, rookie of the year, the first ever women's swimming national champion at Milligan.
Yes.
For all these years, the record time of 17:21:03. So a freshman who's done all this. So what's your next goal?
to go faster.
Go faster.
Yes.
So you think there's some room for you to get better?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Definitely. Yes.
I love it. So Riley Renaud, Winchester, California. Tell me about your experience at Milligan University.
It's been great. Like I said, I've never been happier in my life. I'm, doing good in school. I'm doing good in swim. I just feel happy to be there, and also to strengthen. I wanted to go to a Christian school because I want to strengthen my faith, and I just think I'm really hitting all the points that I need to.
Has Milligan strengthened your Christian faith?
Oh yes, definitely. Because back home, I was baptized Catholic, but I wasn't really raised in the church. And in high school, I started going to church, and I was like, I really want to get more. And so,
Amen.
Milligan was perfect for that.
I love it, love it, love it. Riley Renaud, freshman, Winchester, California. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
That was
you.
awesome.
Thanks
That
for
was
having
great.
me.
Yep, let's bring the next lady. Ladies first, next lady over. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, so we need the ladies first. The next lady's coming, Alyssa Biazzi. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house. You have the cheat sheet? He's so good. You know that? You guys are lucky to have him, I'm telling you. Andy Stanko is the best. He said, just turn it over, Tom. So, okay. Alyssa Biazzi from Australia.
Yes, I am.
Good Lord. I want you to hold this to get loud in here. Can you hold it for me, please? All right.
Sure.
Alyssa's in the house. Alyssa Biazzi from Australia. Same question. She came from California. How did you get from Australia to Milligan?
So, connections really play a role here. So there was a alumni. Her name was Hannah Seagrave. She's
Hannah
a Fortress
Seagrave.
national champion.
Yes,
Yep.
I've interviewed her,
In the
yes.
track and field world as well. And my coach at the time in Melbourne, Australia, was connected to Hannah because they went on a training camp in Leuven, Belgium together the year prior. So at the time, it was 2020 where COVID had just hit and I was unsure I wanted to go. We went into lockdown. I started university at home. However, classes went online. There wasn't much going on. I was in a bit of a stickler with my running and I wasn't sure I wanted to go. So my coach was like, how about you speak to Hannah, who, she was from England. You'd be able to relate to her. She can, give you the pros and cons of what it's like to move to America and be in the collegiate system and stuff like that. So I just spoke to Hannah and she put me into contact with Coach Lane, and long before we know it, I'm on a plane here in January 2021. So
You flew from Australia, first time to America.
first time ever to America, yes.
And you flew from Australia to where? New York?
No, I flew into LA.
To LA.
LA at the time. Or it was San Francisco, one of the two. Actually, I think it was San Francisco. Then San Francisco to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Tri-Cities, and that's how I ended up here.
This is incredibly cool. I like this.
It's good 35 hours of traveling, that's
Wow.
for sure.
On a
At the
plane.
time.
You'd never been to America.
Nope.
So what's your take on America when you first got here? I mean, what did you think?
It was a bit of a culture shock. There was
I
a
would
lot
think.
I think there was a lot of culture shocks now that I look back. But I guess right now I've embraced it and I've gotten used to it, and I've really enjoyed it, and I like being here in Johnson City because I'm so athletically minded towards sport, and I can really concentrate on my stuff, and I feel like being with a team, it's such a good environment and everyone benefits each other, and I feel like I've done really well while I'm here, so I've really enjoyed my time. So
By the way, we're interviewing because she won her second NAI National Championship, the Indoor 5K. So you won the 2021, Milligan won the team championship that year.
Yep.
What was it like to win a second title?
It was interesting. I knew going into the race, I knew that I could win it. I think my first one with cross country, because we also got the team title, especially like on the men's and women's side. That one was probably a lot more exciting. And there was just something in the air that day that made it so good. Whereas the indoor one was more of an individual race. There wasn't that team aspect behind it. It was still really fun to go out and do, and I knew I was in a great spot, both like physically and mentally. So it was just as exciting. Just minus the team aspect. So
we're talking to Elizabeth Biazzi from Australia. I love to hear her talk. If nothing else, she talks. She ain't country, and I love it. So, how many laps around a track and indoor to make a 5K?
25.
25 laps.
Yep, on a 200-meter track. South Dakota, where we ran nationals, was a 300-meter flat track, and that was 15 laps, or just short of 15 laps. We started on the bend, so
15 laps. Won a national championship.
Yep.
What's it take to be a national champion? I think it's a great question.
Motivation, determination, and sacrificing a lot of things. So, for example, the type of food I eat, late nights, extra recovery, little things like that, I think has been the key to my performance towards the end of the season. So.
Everybody that's ever been successful has had adversity. What kind of adversity have you had to deal with?
I think sickness, like when things don't work out to plan, it's like you have issues, like it's hard to explain, but more like mentally, when you've been in like a little bit of a dip, like coming back out of it can be quite difficult. There's always, the risk of injury or illness or little niggles and stuff like that. Like that stuff can kind of things that I've had to deal with throughout the seasons, but it's really just mentally knowing that I'm in a really good spot, which I think is the key to being well, like racing well physically on the day.
Yeah.
So
now, when you get up that morning, basketball players, when they get that first shot, they can kind of feel it. You got the mojo going.
The adrenaline, yeah.
Yeah. When you get to the track, okay, this may not be, or like today, you tell yourself, Alyssa, today, baby, I'm feeling it. I'm gonna rock and roll. Can
yeah,
you feel
I would
it?
say that. Yeah, you definitely can,
Yeah.
and I feel like the mindset that you go onto the track with or into the stadium with is what your performance is going to dictate your performance. So if you go in with a really good positive mindset, you're going to do quite well. Like, for example, if I went in and be like, oh, nah, I don't have a chance of winning this. Like, I've heard some of my competitors be like, oh, doesn't matter, I'm probably not going to win it anyway. And they didn't do, no.
You can't think that way.
And I know both the first title that I won, the individual title and the team title, as well as the indoor one that I just won, like both of those times that I went in with like really good mindsets of, wow, I know I can win this. Like, I have the ability to win this. Like, I'm faster, or I have run faster than everyone that's on this start line this season. So I think that is a big key. And I feel like if you tell yourself that, you're more likely to be able to
Absolutely.
do that. And knowing that at the back of your head is probably what you can feel.
You can if you think you can, right?
I can, yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
So your big competitor was Lena May.
Yes.
You two were the last two cross-country champions. You both won your heats in the prelims. What was the game plan? Look over and go, she's going to be the difference between me winning a national championship. So what went through your mind when you saw Lena May there?
I knew she was in a good spot. She also had the fastest qualifying time going into the indoor championships. She had only raced a couple of, I've noticed, looking back, she only raced a couple of times, whereas I raced a little bit more than her. I had a little bit more range. I raced anywhere between, I think I did a 4x8 an 800 relay at one stage, so I can run anywhere between an 800 and a 5K, whereas she had only run a 3 and a 5. So I was I feel like that was a bit of an advantage I had. I knew I had a bit more under my belt. So I just knew that I would have the chance to get it. I think because personally, just deep down, in my gut, I had that feeling. And I also think because I have been in that spot where I have won a national, the cross country before, so I knew exactly what happens in the season. You get on such a high after cross country, and then you kind of fall down a little bit, and then it's hard to get back. And I knew she had run her fastest qualifying time just after cross country nationals, meaning that she would have run off cross country fitness. So I knew that she was in a good spot then, but I know that anything can change, and I experienced that not this last season, but the season before. I went through that exact motion. So I think she was aware that I was also on her tail because I did have the number 2 time just behind her, and there wasn't that much of a difference in our qualifying times. So I think she was also a little bit afraid, and she might have been doubting herself. And
Because she looked over and said, "Uh-oh, there's Biazzi. She can run."
Yeah.
So there you
There's
go.
someone on my tail. Like
Uh-oh.
started to work, and I understand that. Like if I was in that position, I probably would have reacted
Sure.
the same. So I think she kind of was a bit worried, and I didn't have as well of a cross country season as I would have hoped for, just due to like injuries and illness that I had over the summer. So I knew that I would peak and be perfect at the right time, which I knew would be March, like indoor. So I knew that I was in a good spot, and I feel like I didn't have to really worry about her. I was more focused on myself, and I knew that I could do well, and it was just a matter of actually doing that.
So now she goes from indoor. Now she's running outdoor. This weekend you ran a national qualifying time in the 5K. So again, folks that don't run, we're talking to Alyssa Biazzi, the national champion from Milligan. What's the difference between running, besides the obvious, the elements, is there a difference running indoor and outdoor in track and field?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I haven't had a full outdoor season just due to injuries that I've had in the past. Last year, unfortunately, I missed out of nationals due to a stress fracture that I came down with like a week before. I do feel like it is a lot different. Like, you know, you do have things like weather to look out for. You know, the heat can play effect. Like, what if it's raining? What if there's a lot of wind? Whereas with indoor, you've pretty much got perfect conditions all the time. Apart from the fact that you might be on a smaller track, which is slightly slower just due to more laps and having to, you know, whether you have to overtake people and certain things like that. Whereas outdoor, being on a bigger track, you don't really have to worry about that. So I do think it is slightly different. Like it's a bit more of a different game plan as well, and it's also a mental thing as well. Like, you know, with weather and things like that, like everyone on the sideline or everyone on the track that day does deal with that. So that's like something that's out of your control. But at the same time, it's like that can also put someone down. Like it can affect their, you know, mental space before the race and things like that. So yeah, there is definitely differences, but obviously, as I said, I didn't really have a full outdoor season for my past 2 seasons, so I really look forward to this season, getting through it, and then be able to really judge, like, do I really love indoor or do I love outdoor as well? Like,
you're good at both. All right, before I let you go, I can sit there and talk to you all day long, but I know these other guys are waiting on you, waiting to talk.
Yep.
Culturally, what's the biggest difference between Australia and America? Or is there any?
Yeah, there is. I would say it depends on where you are in America. I've noticed, like, if I'm out on the West Coast or, like, completely up north, I'm like, wow, this is a lot like home. It reminds me of Melbourne. You know, I could easily live here. Whereas, so, for example, being here in Johnson City, like, yes, there's a lot of differences. Like, I think the food is a huge one. I think we're so multicultural in Australia as well, where everyone comes from different nationalities and different races and different religions and backgrounds and things like that. And it's so widely accepted over there, whereas here it's like, it's not as big here. I feel like that was a huge culture shock for me. And then the food, of course, we don't have.
Right. You don't have
fast
Chick-fil-A?
food. No, we don't.
Yeah, McDonald's?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, McDonald's.
But McDonald's is completely different. So
is it really?
The menu's very different, yeah. Similar burgers, but obviously everything's like, you know, farm fresh in Australia from like, you know, Australian cows and meat and suppliers and things like that. So it is very different.
Farm fresh in Australia.
Yep.
What a treat to interview you. Thanks, Andy Stanko, for setting this up. So I want to have you back on because you're going to win the outdoor championship too.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah,
You'll come back and talk, right?
Yep. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What a nice lady, Alyssa Biazzi, the second national champion. Again, so we go from the roses to the thorns. Now the boys are coming over. So
Aaron Jones at the top.
there he is, Aaron Jones. Andy just hands me things. It's like all I gotta do is just interview these guys. Tell you what, Andy Stanko is awesome. So, and I met his wife. I met Mrs. Stanko. She's gonna come be on the show in a minute too. She doesn't know that. Yeah, Mrs. Stanko's gonna come. What's it like to be the wife of an SID who's does a lot of hours? But first, Aaron Jones. So I went from Winchester, California, to Australia, to Johnson City, Tennessee. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Just put that up just a little bit closer. There you go. So, a national champion in 5K. All-American, excuse me, at 5 straight national championships, 3-time cross-country All-American, 2-time indoor All-American, 1-time outdoor All-American. Why'd you choose Milligan?
I was really looking for a team fit and a coach fit, and I wanted to look past the name value or the necessarily the division, because I know Milligan is in the NAIA and it's not a Division I school which everyone pressures you to go to, but I really was looking for a fit and a coach, and I wanted to look past what is on the surface, really.
And Chris Lane's that fit.
And Chris Lane's that fit.
You better believe it. How much did Science Hill help you getting you ready for Milligan? I mean, look at these accolades. NAI National Champion 5K, All-American at 5 straight national championships, 3-time cross-country All-American, 2-time indoor All-American, 1-time outdoor All-American. How did Science Hill get you ready for that?
Well, I was lucky to have 2 Milligan grads as my coaches at Science Hill, Christian Brewer and Nathan Muhlenberg, if they're listening. I appreciate you guys. And they really set me up with a system similar to Coach, and our focus all along was college success and not overdoing it when you're still young and enjoying it. So, yeah, I just didn't try to do too much in high school, didn't overwork myself.
So what's it take? I asked her, or asked the 2 ladies previous, what's it take to be a national champion?
Takes hard work, a lot of visualization. I thought about it for every day for years. Good bit of luck. I mean, you got to have some sort of talent in there, but that only gets you so far.
All 3 of you said you visualized winning the championship. She visualized it. Gosh, this went totally blank. Not Alyssa, but Riley visualized it, winning in the pool. So that plays a big part, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Well, especially in a sport where, I mean, you could say the same about swimming or track and field, that it's based on physical exertion, and it's a hard sport to do. So I think visualization prepares you for the tough moments of that competition.
You also ran a national qualifying time in the 5K this weekend in the outdoors. So does that keep you hungry and motivated to go from indoor to outdoor and do what Alyssa's doing?
Oh, absolutely. I see the title as almost I've wiped the slate clean, and I'm just trying to build back for another one now. So, I mean, if I've done it once, the level I hold myself to is I have no excuse to not do it again.
It's awesome. How does Milligan, you're from Johnson City, how does Milligan play into you from a faith standpoint?
Yeah, faith was definitely part of why I chose Milligan. But being at home, I was initially reluctant to want to stay at home, but it's almost like Milligan's not Johnson City. It feels like its own little bubble, and I'm sort of, I have my parents there and I have family, but I also have my own little space, so it's sort of the benefits of being at home without being at home.
Who's your coach at Science Hill?
I had a bunch of different coaches at Science Hill. I would say the main ones that really formed me were Nathan Muhlenberg and Christian Brewer.
There you go. Good stuff. So, how's it last question. She's from Australia, getting ready to introduce Bryn from Wales, and then a young lady from California. So it's kind of a melting pot. How's it for you to meet all these different people, come from all these different backgrounds?
It's awesome. It really opens my perspective, makes the world feel a lot bigger. Just understanding how these other people have been raised and what it's like there, and comparing experiences, especially in a athletics point of view, like seeing what being a youth athlete is like in other countries.
It's awesome. Chris Lane gets it done, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
He is the man.
He's the man.
You got it. And you the man. Aaron Jones Jr., what are you majoring in, by the way?
I'm a double major in history and humanities.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he's a heck of a runner, folks. Let me read it one more time. NAIA national champion in 5K. All-American in 5 straight national championships. 3-time cross-country All-American. 2-time indoor All-American. 1-time outdoor All-American. Perseverance, you can't quit, can you?
No, sir.
Never quit. Winners never quit, quitters never win.
Yes, sir.
You got to keep trucking, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
There's days I'm sure he gets out of bed and says, I don't want to really run out there. It's 15 degrees and it's snowing, or it's 85 degrees and it's bloody hot, but you go do it anyway, don't you?
Got to do it anyway.
Got to do it.
It ain't easy every day.
It ain't easy every day. That is a great quote. Can I use that?
Of course.
Is that yours?
I guess so. I just thought of it.
It ain't easy every day. How about that? Are you hungry?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys get free lunch. When y'all get done, we'll all go up here in this group.
Yep.
Aaron Jones, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. All right, let's get our last man in here from Wales. Is this not awesome? So.
Sorry, I had to handwrite for Bryn. Hopefully week.
You're fine. You're okay.
He had an exam that was canceled, so it's his lucky day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're not playing hooky. You just like
No, I had an exam that was meant to be on Wednesday that got postponed to today.
He had an exam. I love it. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
I love it. I'm not making fun of the way he talks. I think it's really cool. I thought Alyssa was really cool too. From Wales, the men's 3K national champion. Whew. So on an indoor track, 3K is how many laps?
On the one we raced on, it was 10 laps.
10 laps.
Yep.
Winning time was?
8:19. So,
8 minutes and 19 seconds. Got to ask you the same thing. I've asked her from Australia, California, of course, Johnson City. What got you here from Wales to Milligan?
Some of my teammates, I knew their dad back home who had contacts with our coach, so that's how I got to know him.
Chris Lane?
Yeah.
Awesome guy.
Yeah. Excellent
Incredibly
guy.
cool guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Great cross-country indoor season this year. What's been the breakthrough for you this year?
I definitely have had the most consistent seasons I've ever had, and also I've PB'd in every event, so it's kind of been a good year all round.
PB would be personal best.
Yeah.
You were third last year.
Yep.
So you came off the track last year and you said, I'm third. What did you look in the mirror and say, Brian, I'm going to win this year? Did you get motivated?
I spent the whole year wanting that gold medal. I knew it was going to be tough, but everything played my way eventually. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You run so many different events. Which is your favorite?
Definitely the 3K.
3K?
I love it.
What else do you run?
I run everything from the 800 up until the 8K for cross country.
So we're talking to Bryn Woodall from Wales. He is a 3K national champion at Milligan University. That's what you see on the screen, Milligan University national champion. So got to ask you the same thing. What's it take for folks out there watching? What's it take to be a national champion?
A lot of day-to-day work, like nothing spectacular on the day-to-day, but just a lot of consistency, I'd say.
Can't quit?
No.
No. Are there days you wake up and say, nah, I don't want to do this today?
Definitely.
But you got to do it anyway,
Yeah,
right?
It helps that we've got such a good team that there's always someone willing to, or in the same boat as you, that's not necessarily feeling good.
This is an individual sport, and yet it's a team sport too. So
Definitely, yeah.
We've not talked much about the team as a whole, but the team's been very successful too, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've had an excellent year as a team. We've just been like so consistently racing well and training well.
So how does Wales differ from East Tennessee? Because I've never been to Wales.
It's definitely hot here. I'm not used to the heat or the humidity, but the cultures are quite similar. It's been easy to kind of transition to living here. It's nice.
So on a hot day in Wales, how hot would it be?
Oh, like 75 degrees max in the
That's it?
summer, yeah, and not humid.
How cold does it get in the summer? I mean, in the winter. I'm sorry.
It's quite mild, is it? It doesn't get much below 30. It just kind of stays in that cool range most of the year.
From 30 lows to 75 highs.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, are you of course, you guys are in the outdoor part of the season now. So, are you running today?
I'm actually riding today in the afternoon. It's kind of our day off today, but.
So what are you doing a day off besides come Chick-fil-A and talk to me?
I'll be on the indoor bike for a while, and we've got some lifting in the afternoon, so that should be fun.
So what does a runner? I mean, when you weightlift, it's interesting. What do you do to strengthen weightlifting?
We try to focus on power and explosivity so that we don't get injured. It's less about building muscle and more about a resistance to injury. Yeah.
So your major is what?
Exercise science.
Exercise science?
Yeah, kind of sports.
So when you graduate, what will that allow you to do?
I'm hoping to go into coaching, something like that back in the UK.
Wow, this is awesome. Chris Lane's awesome.
He is, yeah,
yes.
Definitely.
So tell me about Milligan University. Been a good experience for you?
Definitely, yeah. I think I've been enjoying the fact that it's a kind of a smaller school compared to my options in the UK, which would have been big schools. But yeah, the people here are all so lovely. It's been really easy to blend in.
Do they know back in Wales you're a big deal? You're a national champion? I mean, is the word out over there?
I feel like the people who know me know. And I'm also quite high on the rankings back home in the running rankings. So I think they know I'm still about.
They know he's a national champion. We know he's a national champion. And now you know he's a national champion. Bryn Woodall, sophomore from Wales, Milligan University national champion. Thank you, sir. Great job. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's get Mr. Stanko on here. So, you're next. Yes. You're going to talk about your husband. Come on. So I want to hear the scoop.
All right.
So
So funny.
how funny.
Okay.
So now
There we go.
I ran into this young lady the other day. This is cool. Ran into her and her husband, Andy. He is awesome.
Yes, he is awesome. I would agree with you on that
Now,
for sure.
in different ways.
Yeah.
I respect him as a contemporary in the industry in which I work. Of course, you're in love with him because he's your husband.
Uh-huh.
So, but he works and really does a great job.
Thanks.
And
Yeah.
so, he doesn't like me to brag on him. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than he is. I can do what I want.
This is true.
So, but it's a lot of hours you don't see him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You guys just got married when?
We got married on June 4th, so last year. So it'll be coming up on a year.
So you're what?
This year.
Age? You're like 8 months into this.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But we've known each other a long time since college. So we
Yeah.
met in the Department of Communication.
Did you really?
Yeah. So we were both given a speech about it's a book by Randy Pausch called The Last Lecture, and so we listened to each other and we were like, oh, hey. So
That's how you met?
that's how we met. Yeah. That's how we kind of were like, hey,
He's
I'm
so-
kind of interested in you. So,
He's so-
yeah. Yeah.
You kind of flipped my trigger.
There
He
you
says,
go.
you kind of flipped my trigger.
We were like, hey.
Well, let's go out on a date.
Yeah. So, but
Where-
yeah.
Where did he take you? I got to ask.
So it was a local deli. I can't remember the name. It unfortunately closed down, but it was a local deli in town where they had like a sandwich shop kind of thing. So yeah, we had a good sandwich. But maybe I shouldn't say this on the radio. But he said that he was so nervous he felt like he had to throw up. So
He will kill us.
I know. He doesn't care. It's fine. But yes, he does work really long hours though, and just loves all the sports and wants all of them to have equal coverage, and really wants to work at small schools that they might not get all the promotion that a D1 school will get, but just loves that. So
Which is why we want
Yeah.
to come over here and show them and promote them anytime we can.
yeah.
Milligan University do a great job. So the first time you guys went out, he thought he was going to puke. Thought he was
Yes.
gonna throw
And
up.
he said it took him a while to, not feel like that.
You
So
really made him nervous.
I guess so. So
So did that score brownie points with you because you made him nervous? Like, hey, this guy's
yeah, kind of nice.
this guy,
Yeah,
got this guy a little nervous. I like that.
Yeah, so no, he's sweet. But I honestly I thought that I was someone, because we're both kind of similar in the sense that, like to work hard, things like that. I think I walk fast getting to where I'm going, but he just books it. So he's really on a mission. So
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, yeah.
He's on the move all the time.
Yes.
How's your faith at Milligan University? How's that played a part in your life, your faith?
Faith? Yeah, no, absolutely. So just me in general or Milligan
You?
specifically?
You?
Yeah, I mean, faith is everything to me. My grandma, there was a Kirby sweeper salesman that came to her door, and that's how she got saved. And so, yeah, and so my grandma was all about it, and then my mom was, and so in me, and then that was such a big part of Andy and I's relationship, and helping lead him to the Lord as well. God used me in that. So,
Oh, really?
So yeah, I'm so grateful. He grew up Catholic and, was in the church, but, didn't really have that relationship, he said. And so just, continually talking about Jesus and the relationship, And so that's where coming down to Milligan was a huge leap of faith, because it's a far way away from home. And so, yeah, I feel like God's moving big for us in Tennessee. So we really love being here for sure.
What a story.
Love it.
Got him from almost thrown up on his first day to got him saved.
There we
That's
go.
pretty good.
So
That's
praise the
pretty
Lord.
cool. Amen.
Yes,
So
yes.
I want you to come over. Tell everybody who you are again.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm Marissa Stanko now. Was Crawl, but Andy Stanko's wife. Love Milligan sports. Met Tom Taylor at Mr. K's the other day. Absolutely love him, and excited to join you all today.
Yes. So
yeah.
have you had lunch yet? You
No, I got to go get a sandwich or
All right.
something. So.
Bring Hub over here and let him finish it up.
All right, cool. Thanks,
Thank
Tom.
you. Oh,
Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Oh, yes,
Bye.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Mr. Stanko. Oh, watch this. I'm gonna get him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what we were talking about. So this is going to be good.
I didn't hear what she said.
I know
so.
that. So, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So you thought you were going to throw up on your first date.
Oh yeah.
You got nervous.
100%. Yeah. No, that's.
I love it. I've
that's
been
a
there.
fact.
I've been there. So you got your good one, sir.
Yes, I do.
And she led you to the Lord. If nothing else, that's the best part of the whole thing. That
Amen.
You'll be an attorney with me because she led you to the Lord. That's awesome. Now you brought 4 national champions over here.
Yep.
And it's awesome. And Wales, California, Johnson City,
In Australia.
and Australia.
How about that?
So people don't realize Milligan University is almost, as a literal, obviously, melting pot for all these different students, all these different backgrounds, isn't it?
it's credit to Coach Lane, Coach Scarth for the way that they represent our school, the way that they run their programs, and for talented high school student athletes to see what we're doing and want to come here and be involved and you can be the best that you can be here. Doesn't matter, and I know Jones was talking about it, doesn't matter the name on the front of the jersey, but just the progression that you make, athletically and then in life and in all the key areas that Milligan identifies, scholarship, faith, community, and then with your athletic field, that's for sure.
Yep. So that one right over there, she goes to every Milligan basketball camp. London? Hey, London. Wave at me. She's been to Bill Robinson's basketball camp, I guess 6 or 7 years. So, and Milligan lit her fire for playing basketball. Bill Robinson lit her fire for playing basketball. Now she's playing and on the team and doing quite well, if I can brag on her. So better started back at Milligan. And the camp's getting ready to start back up this year, his another round of Milligan basketball camp. So I don't get anything for this, but I'm going to tell you, if you want to go to a basketball camp where you learn something, she's living proof. She went from here. It's like the butterfly in the cocoon. So if you want to go to a basketball camp that works, they have a devotion every day. They swim in the afternoon if you want to. You go up at the cafeteria at Sutton Hall. Is it Sutton Hall with the cafeteria?
I just know it as the calf. We eat there every day, pretty much, yeah.
I guess it's wherever. It's the cafeteria, but the campers go up and go down the line to the buffet and get what they want, just like the big kids, college kids, and they love that. So if you're interested in Milligan basketball camp, guys or girls, I would encourage you to get online at Milligan.
MilliganBuffs.com/live. Under Inside Athletics, there's a camps page, and from there, registration's already open for summer 2023.
You put a quarter in, pull the handle, and say something, and away he goes. I love it.
There we go.
So spring sports, what's going on right now in spring? You got baseball, softball, what else?
Men's and women's tennis going off, outdoor track and field, obviously, and we're having a good time. A lot of home events coming up this week. Softball on Tuesday, baseball on Wednesday, softball on Wednesday as well, and then softball on Saturday.
We're going to try and get over and do at least one baseball game. They're primarily on Saturdays, right? Some of the home games.
Friday, Saturdays for home series.
We'll try and do one. Try and do a baseball and a softball on the weekend if I can work it in. But I'd love to do that.
We'd love to have you. We'll be set up.
I bleed orange and black twice, Milligan and Elizabethan, or Elizabeth and Milligan. So, yep, love it, love it, love it. Big announcement, of course. You got 3 Cyclones coming over. Lena Lyon and Rena Lane in basketball, and Dalton Mitchell in boys basketball. Going to sign a Milligan.
We're psyched.
Yeah, in April. Yep, good stuff. All right. Have you had lunch?
We have not. We're ready for it.
It's a hot date with Mrs. Stanko, the woman who almost made him throw up. So there you go. That is a really cool story. You have butterflies.
It's been a couple years now.
Yeah.
But we've been able to overcome that. Yeah.
You've settled down now, right?
Yes.
Everything's good. All
yes.
Right. March Madness. Did you pick any of the teams?
Nope. No. We've been watching some of the games. Got to see the FDU game live. The Miami Texas game yesterday was awesome. So it's nice when you have a little bit of time. Usually I'm all Milligan.
Yeah. Florida Atlantic, San Diego State, Miami, and UConn are the Final Four. So there you go. All right, get some lunch.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for what you did. You lined all this up for me. How could I not pull this off? He brings them to me. He puts up the pronunciations. He gives me the questions asked. This guy is the best. It's the best I've worked with. I'm telling you, he's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Enjoy your lunch, you and Mrs. Stanko. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at some sports right after this from Food City on the Tom Daly Sports.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
We love it. So outdoor activities, field days, vacation Bible school, ways and reasons. We would want to give you a call, 297-1266, and say, we need trays, we need help. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. We've got nugget trays for, lots of little kids running around, love nuggets. And then if it's a hot day outside, we've got salad trays and wrap trays and fruit trays. Good to cut the heat, especially here as it's getting warmer. So.
297-1266. How many different trays do we have?
What did we say? 8?
8.
I think 8.
So we can go through them. Nuggets, strips, mac and cheese, fruit,
salad, wraps. We have sub trays, which are not on the menu normally, but you can get them as a catering item. What's the other one?
Oh, cookies and
brownies.
Cookies and brownies.
Desserts.
There's your 8. There you go.
Yep.
297-1266. If you have a meeting coming up, you need coffee, lemonade, gallons of this, gallons of that. Tell us how you can help us.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a 96-ounce coffee, and then we can do gallons of tea or lemonade, and we can split gallons, do half and half tea. We can do Sunjoys. We can do all that.
Yep. Vacation Bible School. Folks are already starting to plan those, which I love, which means summer's coming. End of the year, outdoor activities, field days, and graduation parties, and everybody's already planning, which is good. And so this can really be your one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can also do just big orders of sandwiches, so good for just tossing and running.
And breakfast, you also will help folks out for a breakfast meeting too, right?
Yeah, we can do like larger biscuit orders and stuff like that for meetings or for companies or whatever they need.
So the trick's just to call her, 297-1266, and let whoever answers the phone explain what all they can do for you. Just that simple. So, and we can never go wrong with coming up Mother's Day and for any other time, a good old Chick-fil-A gift card that works wonders.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Gift cards are easy and a good gift.
Yep. We always talk about it at Christmas, which is understandable, but teachers like them, kids like them, anybody would like a Chick-fil-A gift card.
Absolutely.
And the monetary increment can be from 0 to whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. That's our buddy, Rachel Robinson from Chick-fil-A, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Bailey Sports Show, and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. And back with the Tom Bailey Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us. We are live here, show number 1825 on this Monday. We got baseball tonight. Cyclone baseball. I hope we're playing. We had a lot of rain. I hope it'll be okay to play. We took a lot of rain this morning. Sun's out right now. 6:45 airtime. 7 o'clock first pitch. Let's see if we got anything. Have anything from Coach Presnell as far as the game. Let's see if we got anything. Nope, that's good. So, nope, everything's good. So it's still on. That's great. 6:45 airtime. 7 o'clock first pitch. The Cyclones and the Unicoi County Blue Devils. High school baseball at the stadium tonight, Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. See how that goes. We'll be ready to bring it to you. After 2 wild weekends of the NCAA tournament, Final Four is set. 68 teams down to 4. Wow. So, group features traditional power UConn. That's my pick to win it all. Number 4 seeded UConn. Number 9 seeded Florida Atlantic. Number 5 seeded San Diego State Aztecs. And number 5 seeded Miami that have never won national titles. Saturday's first game, men's Final Four, San Diego State and Florida Atlantic. Team, of course, eliminated Tennessee. The Aztecs won Mountain West Regional regular season, Mountain West regular season and conference tournament championships, while the Owls emerged as the regular season and tournament champions of Conference USA. The second matchup, the hottest team in the country, UConn. Huskies won it all in 1999, 2004, 2011, and then Jim Calhoun. 2014 under Kevin Ollie. Now, Coach Hurley's looking to join those teams in his 5th season on the job. So, Hurricanes are trying to make sure it doesn't happen. So, the first game will be at 6:09 on Saturday night in Houston. And the second game will be at 8:49. We'll get some of the other coaches to get their take on this for the NCAA National Championship. Again, Florida Atlantic and San Diego State in Game 1, UConn and Miami in Game 2 coming up on Saturday. How about Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark's young lady who plays for the University of Iowa, the Lady Hawkeyes, heading to the Final Four for the first time since 1993. Caitlin Clark, her 5th triple-double the season. 41 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. Caitlin Clark, the first person ever in an NCAA tournament to have a triple-double, guys or girls. It's her 5th triple-double of the season, or 11th of her career. She can play. Never heard of her. That's one of the beauties of the NCAA tournament, to showcase folks you normally wouldn't hear about. 41 points. 41 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists in one game. Caitlin Clark for the Lady Hawkeyes. We'll tell you how they're going to play and shape up because they're playing tonight. Be good to watch them. In fact, we'll try and catch this lady because she is obviously putting on a show. Let's see when they play. They will play. Who do they play? How about that? They will play. See, tonight, Virginia Tech, Ohio State, the regional championship. And then also you have, I got to put my glasses on. Can't read it. So, okay, LSU beat Miami yesterday, 54-42. That is in the Greenville 2 region for the ladies. The Seattle 4 region will be Iowa and Louisville. That was last night. Iowa won that one. Okay. So then you go to Greenville 1, South Carolina, Maryland tonight. And then Seattle 3 is Virginia Tech and Ohio State tonight. So you got those 2 games tonight, which will be dandy. South Carolina, Maryland, and Virginia Tech, the Lady Hokies and Lady Buckeyes of Ohio State. Then LSU and Iowa will play. I'm not sure when they play. I would think they play tonight, don't they? Nope. They won't play tonight. Maryland, South Carolina tonight, and Ohio State, Virginia Tech tonight. That's what's going on there. So I'll double check on those between now and the next show. So anyway, that's what's going on there. High school baseball. Let's finish up some college sports too. Texas interim coach Rodney Terry going to be offered the permanent job after doing a wonderful job with the Longhorns following the dismissal of Chris Beard. Coached them to a Big 12 tournament title, had Texas on the doorstep of its second ever Final Four before getting beat by Miami yesterday. So taking over Chris Beard, they went 22-7. Yeah, I would think you'd want to make him your permanent coach. Apparently that's going to happen. NITs tomorrow night. North Texas against Wisconsin and Utah Valley versus Alabama Birmingham. Those tomorrow night at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Let's see, what else going on? You would want to take a look at some baseball news and some hockey. Let's tell you the hockey real quick. And NASCAR yesterday, we'll tell you about that. Hockey, Toronto skates past the Predators 3-2. Other winners yesterday, Colorado, the Boston Bruins, Vancouver, and the L.A. Kings all get wins. Tonight on the ice, Montreal skates at Buffalo, Ottawa hosting Florida, the Islanders home to New Jersey, Minnesota hosting Seattle, Colorado at Anaheim, and Edmonton will be at Arizona. That's your National Hockey League schedule for this Monday. Baseball news, opening day on Thursday for Major League Baseball. Kyle Wright starting the season on the injured list for the Braves. But Jared Schuster and Dylan Dodd will be on the roster as rookies. Schuster, 24 years old, the southpaw, expected to start next Sunday against Washington. Dylan Dodd looks like he's going to get his start on April the 5th against the Cardinals. So Kyle Wright will go down to work on his injured shoulder. He'll be put on the 15-day injured list. And, again, Kyle Wright should be back on April 11th against the Reds, which shouldn't mean a problem. The Reds are terrible. Cincinnati Deads is what they should be called. They're not very good. NASCAR. Winning it yesterday was Tyler Reddick. The Monster Energy Toyota, his 4th win of his career. And so you have your top 10, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, Ross Chastain, William Byron, Austin Cindric, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, and Todd Gillian. Those are your guys in the top 10 yesterday. And the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix. This weekend they come to Richmond for the Toyota Care 250 and Xfinity Series on Saturday and the Toyota Owners 400 on Sunday at 3:30. So the Cup drivers getting closer. It's the first of the 3 short track races, Richmond, Bristol, and Martinsville in a row. Of course, they'll be in Bristol next weekend, Easter weekend. for the Food City Dirt Race. All right, before we get out of here, coming up today, again, we have Cyclone Baseball. Unicoi County coming to town. Unicoi County currently 4-5. Cyclones at 1-5. Unicoi County 1-0 in the conference. Cyclones are 0-3, so we'll see how things will happen at 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch. Other games today in baseball: West Ridge at Dobbins Bennett, Crockett at Science Hill, Jeff County at Daniel Boone, Tennessee High at Sullivan East. Happy Valley plays at Johnson County in baseball. West Green at Chucky Doak, Unaka at North Green, and Hampton hosting University High, all in baseball. In softball today, busy schedule. You have Daniel Boone at Dobbins Bennett, West Ridge at Crockett, Tennessee High at Science Hill in softball. That'll be a good matchup there. Lady Cyclones at 5-1 are playing in the Murfreesboro tournament today and tomorrow. Cherokee at Volunteer in softball, Johnson County at Cloudland, South Green at Granger, North Green at West Green, and University High at Rye Cove. Those are the games, again, happening in softball in our region. That's going to do it. Big thanks to David Nanny, Elizabeth and Parks and Rec, Molly Tipton, of course, from right here at Chick-fil-A. Also Wesley Murray from Northeast Community Credit Union. And then, of course, we had the 4 national champions. We had Brent Woodall from Wales, 3K national champion from Milligan, Aaron Jones of Johnson City, NIA national champion of the 5K, which is really impressive. Alyssa Briazzi from Australia, who won her second NIA national championship in indoor 5K. And then we had Riley Renaud, the first ever women's swimming national champion. And school record time in the mile, 17 minutes, 21 seconds, 21.3 seconds. 17 minutes, 21 seconds from Winchester, California. And, of course, Andy Stanko and Marissa Stanko, they were here on the show, too. We appreciate everybody being on the show. Back tomorrow. Molly Glover's watching. Hello, Molly. How you doing, lady? Thank you for watching. And so back tomorrow. Be sure and like and share the show, and you do. We appreciate that. We'll wrap it up with, we always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. And so our verse today is Lamentations 3, 55, 56, and 57 says, I called on your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit. You heard my plea. Do not close your ears to my cry for relief. Verse 57, you came near when I called you, and you said, do not fear. How about that? Lamentations 3, 55, 56, and 57. Good way to end the show. Back tomorrow, ready to do it again, right here from Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and we'll see you then. We'll wrap it up as we do every time. Bloom where you planted. And win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1,825 of the Tom Daly Sports Show live today here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And Cyclone Baseball back at you at 6:45 tonight. About 6 hours and 45 minutes from now, I'll be right back at it with Cyclone Baseball from the stadium, Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark against Unicoi County. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching the show from Chick-fil-A